Earlier in June, a cow moose chose to give birth at the unnamed lake. Since then, the nests have been filled with chicks, and the blue flag irises beautifully underline the arrival of summer in the land of the wolf. Jimmy and Como continue to team up when hunting in the Manatus Pack territory. We will try to follow them to document other facets of their life. A new day is dawning in the land of the wolf. The moose twins carefree welcome the dawn. Their mother is worried. Even if the wolves are far away, the moose prefers to keep her calves safe in the heart of impenetrable copses. Two kilometers away, Jimmy and Como go hunting. The coolness of the night has blessed the wild world with pearls of dew. So many ephemeral beauties to contemplate. The wild roses bordering this marsh have nothing to envy their domestic sisters. Spiders and insects will slowly wake up from their nocturnal lethargy. This delicate crab spider spent the night under the petal of a daisy. Its movements show how it is difficult for it to come out of its torpor. As soon as they wake up, butterflies, dragonflies, and no doubt other insects clean themselves with dew. After this ritual, the dragonfly and the skipper vibrate their wings to dry them and prepare for flight. Among the flowers of this wild garden, the common self-heels caught my attention. I don't know the name of each species. However, the self-heel is my favorite. The wind picks up gently. The dew and its embellishments will disappear, much to the delight of the insects. It is time for me to leave the world of tiny lives to observe those of the larger ones. I think I see a movement on the opposite bank. Let us take a closer look. There are a lot of muskrats, so it is no wonder to see a wolf. These rodents often dig galleries at the water's edge. If Jimmy manages to locate a tunnel or a nest, he may be able to flush out a prey. He has sniffed out a promising clue, but Como seems less enthusiastic. The wolves have to face facts. Capturing a muskrat is more difficult than what it seems. If it is not too hot, large wildlife can remain active all morning, even in summer. At that moment, Monique, Reynald, and I remained on site so as not to miss anything. In the land of the wolf, there were so many areas suitable for observation that we were spoiled for choices. No matter where we went, there was always a plant or insects to discover, a sight to see, or an animal to learn about. This day was no exception. The bull moose is not only the king of the forests. In summer, His Majesty Alsace also reigns over the lakes, marshes, and rivers of the land of the wolf. Always careful, always dignified and poised. Jimmy and Como head for Burnt Forest Lake, paying attention to the slightest smell that could reveal the presence of prey or the intrusion of an outsider wolf. Marking the family territory is part of their responsibilities. When wolves travel on a forest road, they cover several kilometers in a short time. They also know all the shortcuts through the forest. The king of the Burnt Forest Lake cannot smell the wolves approaching from behind because of the headwind. Jimmy does not want to test this moose. Como being the leader, it is up to him to decide what to do. The duo keep their distance. Especially since the moose has seen them and shows no fear. After having gone around the question, Como leaves. The Burnt Forest Lake being near the pine forest sector, the wolves certainly go to their resting clearing. There is something new at the eastern chipmunk's burrow. The mother increases her vigilance since her little ones come out of the nest for the first time. For her, the arrival of Jimmy could not have come at a worse time. The wolf does not really care. He came here to sleep. The coming of a second wolf adds stress to the small rodent. Like his companion, Como simply wants to take a moment to rest. Mother Chipmunk does not see it that way. She lures the wolf away from her burrow. She has already gone elsewhere, but the most important is that Como believes she is still hidden under the trunks. The wolf was fooled. Como had a resting place of his own in the clearing. He slept there for hours. Similarly, some birds show great attachment to their dust baths, where they get rid of parasites and clean their plumage. This makes it easier to observe ruffed grouse and spruce grouse, which otherwise generally live under cover in the undergrowth. When a hen comes to the dust bath accompanied by her brood, we are always treated to a great show. The chicks of the ruffed grouse have grown. The young of the least flycatchers also. The mother hen is no longer worried about the female chipmunk prowling around, as she is very busy with her own babies. A relative calm reigns in the forest near the resting clearing of the wolves. This is not the image we have of a kindergarten, but the little ones like it. Even if these two families have a super mom to protect them, an accident quickly happens. How many chicks are left of the 12 that have hatched? I count 8. And 3 young chipmunks. In the wild, only a few offspring reach maturity. A cool evening. Jimmy is on the hunt. He surprises the cow moose and her twins. The mother moose veers towards the lake. Jimmy also. We saw the moose and her calves again later in the summer. They were all lucky. When we observe moose in the land of the wolf in summer, we notice that in most females having had 2 calves, only one has survived, and sometimes none. The laws of nature may seem harsh to us, but they have ensured the balance and diversity of life on Earth for millions of years. And we, humans who have evolved for such a short time, are causing a 6th mass extinction that threatens to wipe out our own species. In my opinion, humanity really has no lessons to teach Mother Nature about what is good or bad, wise or foolish. In the next episode, I offer you a fascinating journey during which we will observe some of the smallest creatures living in the land of the wolf. New characters will join Como and Jimmy on the large wild world stage. Another rendezvous is not to be missed.
Then again, my